Good day everybody, my name is Awesomecrunch. Welcome back to some more Subnautica Below Zero news. Now this episode we have quite a bit of news about some of the potential new Leviathans that will be implemented into Below Zero at some point. Now obviously this is still early access, so nothing that I say in this video is absolutely set in stone, but the developers have revealed that they do have a plan for the implementation of certain Leviathans. So I have already made a list of the Leviathans that will be in Below Zero, including some of these ones which were potential but have now been confirmed to be in development. So I would recommend you go and watch that, get a bit more information about each of them because I did more of an in-depth look at each of them. But to begin with, just wanted to show you some pretty neat things that you might not be aware of. First off is to do with the baby penguins, which are called penglings, and you can pick them up. Now we've known this for a while, but there is now a holding animation. I'm not sure exactly how long this has been in, but it is absolutely adorable. I have to say though, and a lot of people in my Discord server have agreed, that was a little sneeze there, join the Discord server in the link in the description. A lot of people in the Discord server have been saying that they don't really like the fur that's on the front of the pengling and how it runs down the middle down to the bottom. I have to agree, it does look a little strange, but I mean, I can see why they chose it. Maybe they'll stick with it. Overall, I'm assuming we'll get used to it in time. But either way, it's pretty cute that we have sneezing penguins. And there are sound effects for that as well, but they're not currently properly lined up. But either way, it's absolutely adorable that you can hold them. And for the moment, the parent penguins don't seem to have the AI that allows them to come after you when you pick up their babies. But that will be implemented in the future, I'm assuming. I'll be very interested to see how these attack animations from these things work, because they have really horrible teeth, as you just saw. Also, you might not have seen, the baby penguins have pretty cute walking animations now. They haven't been in for long, because I remember they used to just sort of T-pose everywhere. There were no real animations, but now they do actually waddle around, or it's more of a hop. It's absolutely adorable. I think they still need to make a change to where that thing dangles, because it doesn't really work like that, unless that's what they're using to jump on. I really have no idea. They're using it like a pogo stick. So, next up, what you're probably all here for is finally, we have some news about the Leviathans that will be implemented into Below Zero. Until now, there have been 3 main Leviathans, or whether you want to call them Leviathans or not is up to you, but I've been referring to them as them. Now, the 3 were the Vent Gardens, the Chelicerates, and the Ice Dragon. Now there was massively split opinion as to which of these people would like to see in the game, because all 3 of these were cut candidates at some point throughout the development so far. I did do a poll on a video a long time ago saying which Leviathans you would prefer to see in the game. Overwhelmingly, you all said that you would like to see the Ice Dragon in, but when I asked you whether you'd prefer the Ice Dragon or the Vent Garden, the overwhelming response was that you preferred the Vent Garden to the Ice Dragon, and I have to agree with that opinion. That's mine too. So, it looks like the developers have been listening to the feedback of most of the players, and they have decided that the Vent Garden, the Spy Penguin, which is not a Leviathan but it's just another thing, and the Chelicerate are no longer cut candidates, so they are definitely working on the Vent Garden, Chelicerate, and Spy Penguin. If you look at the Favreau, the Ice Dragon is still a cut candidate, which may be unfortunate for some, but personally I'm not a massive fan of the Ice Dragon. As Leviathans go, it's definitely not my favourite, and if we had the choice between 2 of the 3, Ice Dragon was definitely the weakest in my opinion, but I know lots of you disagree with that. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'll be interested to see what the sort of split is. Just because it's a cut candidate doesn't mean that it definitely won't make it in, so you never know, Ice Dragon might be a really late development. On the Favreau, I think it's currently scheduled for an August 2019 edition, if it's going to be added. So that it's going to be a while until we get it anyway, even if it is ever considered for addition. Personally, Vent Garden is one of my favourite things that have been suggested for Below Zero so far. I think it would have been a huge shame if they hadn't implemented it, so I'm so happy that they've decided to do this. Okay, so as some of you will possibly know, there are currently jelly shrooms in Below Zero, and it doesn't make a lot of sense because these are from the old game, and while they're awesome plants, or Flora, or whatever you want to call them, they're not going to be in the final version of Below Zero. They are currently just placeholders, and it has since been confirmed that these are placeholders for a new type of Flora. I just picked up a lily pad resource. I don't know what that is. I've never seen that before. So currently these large Flora are unnamed, so there is no name for them at the moment, but they are awesome looking plants. They remind me a lot of lychee, the fruit, weird thing, if you can even call it a fruit. It's a very strange thing. Essentially, it's been described on the wiki. I'll leave the link in the description if you want to read it yourself. It says that the plant appears to produce a large amount of dust from the flower-like organs on the end of its branches. It's unknown what the dust is comprised of, but they may function like spores, so I'm assuming by that it means in the same way that some flowers spread their seeds through the wind, these guys spread their seed through the water. According to the wiki, they can grow very large, reaching up to 20 to 30 meters tall, but they're mostly found at shorter heights of just a few meters. But they are really cool looking Flora, and I'm excited to see them in the game at some point. And finally, we're just going to have a quick look at the Spy Penguin, which is the other thing that the developers have confirmed that they are currently working on. If you don't know what the Spy Penguin is, it was a community-suggested idea, and the developers have taken it on board and they've actually started to implement it, as you can see here. This is the Spy Penguin. Clearly, it's not finished, but as you can see, it is supposed to look like a baby penguin, and we're going to be able to control it, drive it around, it's going to have a camera on it, all that cool stuff. It's going to be brilliant, and I cannot wait to see it in the game. I'm so glad that the community suggested this. It's just really nice. But as you can see, it's not finished yet. And currently, if you manage to take control of it with the control button, there's not a lot you can do other than just drive it around. And once you're in it, I don't think there's a way of getting out of it at the moment, so it's a little bit broken. But you get the idea. The Spy Penguin is a super awesome idea. Cannot wait for it to be in the game. It's really fast. And it can go upside down on the ceiling as well, apparently. That's pretty much all of the news there is for today. Sorry if there wasn't a lot, but I'm hoping the amount of importance that the news had makes up for that. But I'm going to leave it here, guys. So if you did enjoy the video, please give it a like. If you're feeling really, really generous, subscribe to Crunchy's Day and stay up to date with all of the latest Subnautica Below Zero news. But until the next one, I'll see you guys in the next one. Ta-ra, my friends.